As dry conditions continue across the high plains, ag experts say wildfire season can create lasting challenges for ranchers and livestock producers. Our Kaylee Hanna spoke with a Potter County, Texas A&M AgriLife Extension agent about how fires, drought, and limited forage can all impact herd health. That's part of our High Plains agriculture coverage.
Low rainfall and ongoing drought conditions are already creating concerns for producers across the panhandle.
The big concern this year is that our moisture and rainfall has been so low that available forage has been down, and so producers are dealing with kind of a potential shortage of feed for their animals that's possibly going to be an issue for them.
Eichner says wildfire season can add another layer of stress for cattle, especially when smoke exposure or burn injuries are involved.
Some of the impacts that can happen to the animals are obviously inhalation of the smoke that can happen, and that can kind of linger for a period of time that will affect the lungs. And then, of course, if they're in a situation where they might have had a burn of some sorts, those can take some time and care to heal.
But despite the challenges, wildfires can also temporarily improve grazing conditions in some areas.
One thing we do see is that cattle and wildlife actually really like that fresh green grass that grows right after a fire and will compete for it. And then actually it becomes a range management issue potentially where it's being overgrazed.
Eichner says fire can sometimes help remove invasive species and brush, allowing grasses to regrow, but only if moisture conditions improve.
Range management is actually one of the benefits of a wildfire, and there can be good things about it. It's a great way to manage some invasive species, clear brush, to allow more availability for grasses to have a chance to grow. So all dependent upon moisture and rainfall for that perfect system to come together.
Eichner encourages producers to prepare ahead of wildfire season by identifying safer grazing locations and emergency plans for their herds.
If there's wheat pasture close by that they can move cattle to in these really high fire seasons, that can be very helpful for producers because those areas are green and potentially can save a herd if a big fire is coming through.
She says the impacts of drought and wildfire conditions can affect producers long after the flames are gone, ultimately impacting the agricultural industry as a whole.
I think that, it's really just important for everyone to understand where their food comes from and that this is a business for producers. It can impact them for a really long time, and so it then trickles down to those of us that consume those products. So that's the main thing that we just try to help make sure everybody understands. Support agriculture.
In Amarillo, Kaylee Hanna, KAMR Local 4 News.
All right, Kaylee, thank you. Eichner encourages ranchers to review wildfire emergency plans and monitor forage conditions closely as dry weather continues across the High Plains. To learn more about current drought conditions on the High Plains, head to myhighplains.com.